have realized in the times that I've put together various shadow hunter type videos that I have neglected the boys quite a bit, which is like not intentional. Mostly it's only intentional because it feels like guys don't really get fun and interesting clothes to wear. I do feel like I keep forgetting someone that I definitely shouldn't forget, and that's Magnus. All of that to say is I'm gonna try Magnus look. I've been calling it, what have I been calling? I've been calling it a blouse. It's not a blouse, it's a party top. It's a party shirt, but it is, I believe it's from season 1. It's this peacock colored. In the show, it looks like it has a satiny silk-like finish to it. It's long sleeve and it's quite low cut from what it looks. Not necessarily tight fitting, but the sleeves do look a little bit tighter. It has been quite a search for me to find the proper fabric for this. I've been looking around for the perfect fabric for this shirt for quite a while. I have found a couple that I'm like, ooh, this might work, but a few of them have been very expensive. I believe I have found something that might work. Pillowcases. It is 2 king-size pillowcases. I think I'm pretty close to being right about it. Oh, these are big, which is good because that's why I got the king-size ones, and I have 2 of them. Looking at this, looking what I have to work with, and trying to picture it in my head of all of the pieces that I'm going to need for this. And of course, my size. I'm not sure that this is enough. There was a sale. They had a sale on jersey and knit blends, and I got some. It's very stretchy. This is a lot more comfy than all of those other ones. It's pretty close to the same color, I would say. Give me a second. It's slightly less dark, but that's also because there's absolutely no shine to it, which I'm fine with. Oh yeah, it's called Deep Turquoise Stretch Jersey. I do also have some ribbon that I need to use for trim for this. I was thinking, why am I doing a mock-up for this? I'm gonna do a mock-up and then I'm gonna do an actual one, but this is not typically a color that I pick for myself, and that was kind of the appeal, is that I would be able to make another one, have an excuse to make another one of these and have it be in a, more wearable material. I don't think I'm gonna do that now. I think I'm gonna use this as the lining. Ooh, oh, okay, that's a lot more see-through than I thought. So I am gonna go ahead and pin this together and see what I like, if I like how it fits in certain places, and then I'm actually gonna start cutting out the official. I say official. The fabric that I will be using for the actual thing. I know for sure is that this is not going to fit the same as the other one. because this material is very stretchy, whereas the other material can't do that so much. So I have a pin that is currently, these are just things that I have to keep in mind. I have to keep reminding myself each time I work with a certain kind of fabric, or each time I use a different type of fabric for a different part. I am going to go ahead and take off some of the shoulder here. When I attach the two of them, that's when I'll go ahead and make the cut for the neck hole, I suppose. I'm getting ready to start on the main fabric. I finished putting together the jersey material lining part. I haven't attached the sleeves because I still need to mark out how much to cut off. I am so glad I decided that I would be doing the lining, because all of this fray is ridiculous. I do have both the lining outer part, this is the inside of the outer part, done up separately. So both of them are finished. I do just have to attach the outer bit to the lining, and then I have to cut a hole for the neck right here and do the embellishments around. It's ribbon, and it's gonna go around the neck opening, which is gonna kind of plunge down a little bit further than probably what I'm comfortable with. I'm gonna go ahead and get to this. So I've sewn the outer fabric to the lining fabric at the neck, and then I pulled the arms through on both sides, and I did pin the shoulder seams together on this one, and I didn't do it on this one because I don't know, it doesn't feel like it lines up correctly. I'm gonna go ahead and make the cut. I'm gonna since I'm thinking about it right now, I'm gonna go ahead and look at the reference picture a couple of times and see if I can measure roughly where it would land. Found the ribbon, labeled and everything, and I'm hoping this will be enough. I think it's 2 yards. I think this is 3 yards. And I did have to put some tape on it so that it wouldn't start fraying. This is the ribbon that I will be using, and it'll be worked around the neckline. I don't have enough pins. I finished up the very small, really close to the edge, stitching the neckline. For that, I did a lot better on the actual this part than I did on this part. Now I'm starting to pin the ribbon along the edge. I have this one side pinned down, and I will pin the other side down once this side is sewn, but I do need to somehow bind this off so it doesn't start fraying without being overly bulky, because I could definitely just do this, flip it over, and then sew that. I could do that, but I don't want to. So I'm probably just gonna like melt this edge. Quick PSA, because this just happened, and I feel like I should warn you. Don't just assume something's plastic because it looks like plastic. For some reason, I thought it would be the fastest solution to use my candle taser. You turn it on and you tase a candle. I thought it would be fastest just to use this real quick to melt one of the edges of the ribbon. Don't do that unless you know exactly what your ribbon is made out of. Because I was doing that just now, and I got a shock. because apparently there's metal. I'm fine. It was just a small jolt, but it was not fun, and it was not expected. So be aware. Ouch. Not going to be doing that again. I will go along the edges, the other edge of this. He does have it going around the whole neckline. He has it going around the whole neckline, but it kind of looks like the way they have it in the TV show, it looks like it was kind of an applique that was attached to a shirt that it was not made for, because it looks like if it had been made for the shirt specifically, it would have actually, hugged the neckline a little bit more, whereas this one has a bit of a, it doesn't look like they have the same shaped neckline. Like one of them is slightly bigger than the other one, so it kind of, you have a little bit more space. Like that. I want to wear this, and I have all of the ribbon sewn down, and I'm gonna be honest, I think, oh no! That's upsetting. Sorry, there's a run right here. It's not quite as flat as I would like it to be. It's kind of a little bit more bubbly. I just kind of wish it were more flat, like that. So I'm trying this on for the first time, and I'm having a couple of issues. As I was pulling it down, I could not stop laughing at how this looks. So I realized that I haven't been able to stop giggling this whole time because this is ridiculous. I've had some fit issues before that I've had to deal with and stuff, but nothing quite this bad. So what I forgot is that, first of all, I was using a men's pattern, so aside from having to cut it slightly smaller than I had anticipated, I forgot that the satin pillowcase material, it does not have nearly as much give. It has zero stretch, and you can tell. I kind of think I wouldn't have been able to get it over my head if it wasn't so low cut. The biggest thing is I don't know how to fix this. Aside from starting all over from scratch, I don't know how to fix this. So tight. I don't know how I'm gonna get this off. So I can barely bend and move in this. I can breathe fine, but I can't look down because I'm gonna start laughing again. So I'm gonna have to table this, I guess, for a moment. I think what I'm gonna do, because surprisingly the arms fit perfectly fine. In fact, I love how the arms feel, and if I could get the rest of this everything to fit the same way the arms do, that would be ideal. Oh my god. It is not supposed to look like this at all. So there you go. That gives you a little bit of a better idea of how it's not working. I haven't completely solidified it in yet, but I've added a panel on either side of this, which is already taking away from what I was trying to do initially. See, because initially I wanted it to only have the seams on the sides because that's what it has in the TV show. However, so it's not as bad as it was before, and it's not pulling, so it's not looking, so it doesn't look like I'm wearing something that is a lot, like, way too small for me, which is nice. However, I don't really want to change too much about the arms and the holes that I have made for the arms, because I like how the arms fit. However, it does seem like the biggest problem I have is here, which is the very bottom part of the arm, and I need to add more fabric, like right here, so that across the chest fits more properly. I added about on each side just to like give myself some room, and now I have plenty of room down here, maybe too much room down here, but still not quite enough room up here. I'm thinking the best way to fix this would be basically to start over on parts, because I added more room all the way down on both sides, but what all I needed to do was add a little bit of room, like right here. That's honestly all of the room that I needed to add. I'm working on this front portion of the blouse. So this is the part I had before, and I am just trying to figure out the best way to add room to the front part without also adding room to the bottom part. It's kind of frustrating because I don't want it to look like a bag, but I don't want the front cut to be so gapey. What I've landed on is that I think I am going to add these bigger parts on the sides. I'm definitely going to have to add a bit right here of this material. I'm going to add not a huge amount, but like a couple of inches on each side, so both like this, and then I'm going to do like the panels on the sides. Like, I want to try and get it as close to screen accurate as I can. I'm trying to not add so many more seams than what is on there like normally. And now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of feel like a better way to do this, and I feel dumb for having just realized this. Zipper on the side. That will keep it as minimally visible. I just don't have a teal colored zipper, but that's fine because I can use basically any color, and as long as it's invisible, then it's invisible. And regardless of what color zipper I end up using, it'll be less visible than pearl snaps on the side. Or I could do two, and that would make things even easier. Oh my gosh. Saying I started working on this last year. I started working on this in November/December 2024. This is fine. This is great. This is awesome. Except for I did not gain this much weight in between last year and this year. I think what happened was I did end up cutting a whole new front piece out, like in the summer, and I didn't give myself as much room on the sides because I was thinking I was going to do panels or something. I don't know, wildly optimistic that I was going to lose weight or something like that. I don't remember exactly, it's been a while, so I didn't really think about it before I started working on this again. I did not do zippers. I haven't gained weight. I actually eat straight up candy. This has taught me that not only do I need to take in when I'm making something, whether it's a costume or a piece that I'm designing for someone to wear, not only should I be taking the inspiration into account, I also need to be taking the person that it is going to be fitting. I should take their body into account as well. As you are probably aware, if you've seen any of my other stuff, you know, hopefully, that when there is something that I prefer, that I'm pretty good with just, well, yes, I want it to be like this thing, but I also want it to be comfortable to wear. And I didn't take that into account when I was making this. I was trying to make it as close as I possibly could to being screen accurate, that I didn't take into consideration, like I knew that the actor who plays Magnus, Harry Shum Jr., does not have currently, or in the show, does not have as much going on in his chest area as I do, as little as that may be. It needs to be taken into consideration, and I didn't. I was like, no, there's a way that I can do this where it'll be the same, but it'll just hang slightly differently. And I didn't take my boobs into consideration at all. I guess I need to come to the realization that I sometimes have no idea what I'm doing or what I'm talking about. And I suppose that next time I make the decision to do something like this, whether it's remaking this, which I still kind of want to do, but if there's another something that I want to do that was specifically made for a body that is shaped differently than mine, I need to realize that there's a really good chance that I will not be able to replicate that exactly and have it look the same on me. And it's annoying that it's taken this long for me to realize that. So basically, I would do most things differently, because it is a neutral statement to say I have a lot of fabric left over. Surprisingly, I only have like a foot left of this trim because I had unpicked a good chunk of it, and then I couldn't find it, so I had to measure out more, so I only have like about a foot left of it. Material left, and I also have a bunch of this jersey left, and I think I have an idea of what I can do with it, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work. But yeah, this is it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.